Testing. Gonna test this thing. It sounds like we have popping audio this whole time. I guess my computer just can't handle this anymore. I don't know what the hell the problem is. Gonna try switching over to this machine proper. But given that I'm having the same problem that was happening yesterday, and all of a sudden it's pop, 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 pop. This, unless I can get this stream working on this machine on its own, this may be the death of paint streams on the channel until I buy a new computer. I understand why it's all of a sudden. Stream may go down. Hold on. I just don't get why it's like. Let's try this. Switching the audio video sync, that seems to maybe have fixed it. It's already on the lowest latency. Be right there in a minute. Turn ads off. Stupid. I need to talk into the other microphone for a second. Testing the computer. Will you work, computer? Are we gonna have popping audio? I've changed the setting. It seems maybe okay. Alright, fuck it. Test. Testing. Hello and good day. Oh, great. My camera software is trying to update now. Be really nice if these updates would happen when you boot the computer up, and not after I click go. Anyhow, I was able to cancel it. Let's dig in. Good day, Mr. Iron Elemental. Good day, Slink. How are you all doing? You say morning voice? No, this is the I only got 3 hours of sleep voice. I had horrible insomnia last night. But I already had the event scheduled. I wasn't about to cancel. Surely it will wear off by the time I get some coffee in me. Hope everybody else out there is doing well. All right, so to begin today, what we're aiming to do is to dig in and do our best to complete these models today. These Rasalhague fillers that I was working on before. So, to begin, let's hydrate our wet palette and go fill the water. It's been so hot in here, my water's all evaporated. Be right back. Go back to bed, he says. No. Too much to do. I'm like probably 3 months behind in painting. It's not even an exaggeration. get our palette hydrated. I think that should do it. We can dig in. Let's see, where were we last on these models? Got the red. Got the red edge highlighting. The first layer red edge highlighting. I think maybe we did a second layer. Yeah, they look like a second layer got on them. We started dry brushing these Hussar wings, which all need to be re-reddened now because the dry brush. But I think before that, I'd like to hit the very tippy tips with another layer of dry brushing, and I need my phone, so I will BRB again. You'd think I'd put all this stuff at the work desk in the hour I've been prepping. Set a record today. 13 minutes before we're starting to prep. All right. God. Tell y'all, living with insomnia is not, it's not good. It strikes unpredictably. Well, it's also a little predictable too. If it's a high stress moment or there's a lot of anxiety about a day, then it predictably strikes. But sometimes it comes out of nowhere and the sun comes up before you fall asleep. Hello, Surveillance Wizard. Welcome. You're just in time to catch the tail end of the bitching that has become so quintessentially country fried mayonnaise. Okay, so first things first. Let me clear my throat. We're going to start with a little white. We'll start with a little white to finish off these Hussar wings. Just the tippy tips. Let's try to figure out what brush we used last time. I don't see the brush I used last time. I think it was this one. This one looks good enough, but it still has paint in it. So we're gonna clean it. This camera is aiming in a weird location. Let's fix that. Alright, you can clean up a brush here. Just as time for a hug to make it feel better. Exactly. I can't remember the last hug I had. Dang Thank you. Slink says, picked up some Tamiya panel liner. Might try it out on the minis upgrade. Yeah, that'd be a good experience, I think. It might be good to have a little bit of mineral spirits on hand as well to remove any overspill. Okay, so how's the focus on the camera today? It looks all right. Looks decent. We can kind of see the models. Okay. I'm gonna dig in. I got a little white on the palette here. Let me use this texture palette today. I just want to get the brush. I want to get a good amount of paint in the bristles and then unload them without using paper towel. This looks gray still. I just cleaned this in the acetone and it still looks gray. I think we're not going to use that brush. Do I have another one? I seriously can't figure out where the brush is that I used last time. Let's try this one. Let's try this little wedge brush. See if we can get that one clean. Surveillance blizzard says, so I got stung by a hornet at work in the palm of my hand in a giant open office. It's absolutely ridiculous. That hornet had it out for you, I think, unfortunately. Let's see, how's our levels today? I think I'm gonna have to bring up my mic some. Yeah, it sounds like that hornet just, you had it. Everything I tried to accomplish failed today. Can't be worse than your day. No, I think you're right. My day's just starting. I haven't had a chance to have it turn bad. But, getting stung by a hornet? Pretty bad. Pretty damn bad. Slink says, I forgot to pick up the mineral spirits though. Might have to remedy that. Yeah, it'd be good to have those on hand. Looks like the last color that got used by this brush was a metallic. So let's try to really get it clean. See how dirty this thing still is. I think it's clean enough. All right. Hornet's like a giant super wasp. They come in various sizes. There is a giant super wasp. The what's it called? The Asian bald-faced hornet, or maybe it's the giant hornet. We have those in the U.S. now, and they are absolutely massive. Probably the size of this model, even. Similar weight too. All right, let's try again. Let's try again. Really saturate this brush. Remove most of it. And let's give it a go and see if this works. Yeah, much better. Much, much better. No gray coming off. We just want to tickle the tips here. Just tickle the tips, get them nice and bright. That little sense of depth. Good afternoon, Phantom Harlock. Welcome. Unusually, we're working on a Thursday today because my PC broke while doing Windows updates that I didn't approve yesterday. And the fallout of that led to my being late to your stream. Reminder to folks out there to check out the Dicks in the Dark every Wednesday, 5 p.m. PST. Very fun. They're doing D&D in space. There are mechs and starships and questionable fluids involved. Very fun stuff. Very... what's the word I'm looking for? The crew is quite experienced. Skilled D&D players playing in an unorthodox fashion. Very fun stuff. Caught a few episodes so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. No, our Cameron was talking about that last night. The Windows update got him too. I actually found a fix for the Windows update yesterday, and ended up plugging a bunch of stuff into a batch file and running it, and it fixed things. Skilled LOI, yeah, exactly. Murder Hornets, yes. Damn, how they stay out of Skyrim. Got enough trouble with those freaking mud crabs already. I think as long as you keep the bicycle sacrifices coming, you should avoid dealing with anything like that. Alright, so let's talk about what's on the agenda today, because it's a lot of like layering the same stuff. And realistically, I want to get these models done and move forward onto the next half. The other half of this project is going to be some more traditional, like olive drab vehicles. So we may paint those on stream. Probably will. I also need to paint some vehicles myself for an upcoming game this Halloween that I'm working on scheduling with a subscriber. Should be fun. We're going to try to get our models painted for the game. A classic Battletech game, mind you. Gonna aim to get our models painted and scanned using photogrammetry, uploaded into Tabletop Sim. Iron Elemental said, I watched an episode of Dicks today, it was fun, but I think I need to start with episode 1 of that adventure to get the story. I could see that. Yeah, it's remarkable, Iron Elemental. The Dicks in the Dark thing infiltrated the Country Fried Minis community via random find on the algorithm. Also, hello, another Nate question mark. This is yes. It's pretty dead on, Mr. Phantom Harlock. I too greet another Nate with a question mark. Alright, so that's 3. We got 12 of these to do? Tall order. That's fine. I think from here what we can do, get these done up, redo the red, and then we'll work on finding a spot to... Ooh, I just really botched those ones. Let me see if I can feather that problem area out. I ended up getting a bunch of white on the red while working on these last time. So we're gonna have to clean that up. You know, I still haven't gotten the hang of this here texture palette. It seems like I'm removing all the paint. Or not enough today. And nothing in between. Maybe the brush choice. I really don't have a good small dry brush. Iron Limit says that we're in a spaceship hallway, having no clue how technology works, shooting the alarm speaker out of the roof. Please note early episodes are of lower production value. Dick's been a learning experience for me long. Yeah, that's fair. The evolution of the stream experience is no joke. Would be awesome for hobby hours to make it a watch list. Yeah, I agree. All right, this brush sucks. Do I have another small, like, puffy one? The answer to this is no. I'm really hard up for a good dry brushing brush. I'm shocked. I can't find the one I was using last time. Try this one maybe. This immediately has some weird color in it. It's like I don't clean any of my brushes ever. It's got like a blend of, what's that? Like a gray and an orange in there. Counts for TTRPG Tuesday too. Yeah. Let's we'll be able to do the DCC one now. All 10 episodes in a seamless experience. Next adventure on TTRPG Tuesday is going to be Mothership, it appears. We're going to be getting into a little bit of sci-fi stuff ourselves. It won't be run by me. Probably help if you prime the palette between uses to see how much paint you're putting it down. It's seasoning. Your brushes are seasoned. Yeah, seasoned. Seasoned brushes. Well seasoned. Prime the palette between uses. Oh, I can see how much is going down. It's just like it seems to remove more paint than the paper towel ever would. Much quicker. There we go. That's a little better. I just don't want to prime an additional step. You know? But, you know, if we did do the priming, if we did prime the wet palette, we could add priming to every paint stream. Just period. Not a chance. You never put your tools away in any conduit other than immaculate. I downloaded Mothership but haven't read it yet. I am kind of thinking that I'm going to deliberately not read it and make Nathan explain it to me and hold my hand through it. I mean, look at the pristine airbrush. Oh yeah, it's actually in pretty good condition comparatively. I got it pretty clean today. Last thing that got shot through it was that turquoise ink. So, ironically, I'm cognizant of the ink's ability to create problems. So I actually clean it. It does need a good soaking though. It still needs a really good soaking. Alright. Alright. Let's hit our tips. Get these tips all readied up. I mean, they look so much better than they did before. I think we're still going to have to ink wash them. So that'll be our next step. We'll hit these with a little bit of Agrex Earthshade. And then we can move on to some other portion of the project. Like, I think it might actually be time to listen to the crashing and banging outside that y'all probably can't hear. We'll be working on the bases today, I think. Hit those with a nice heavy black dry brush. An unusual just to dry brush a darker color. Nathan has stated repeatedly the players are incapable of reading. Oh yeah, I've long held that. So during a pretty much 2-year-long. What is going on outside? Rattling and crashing and banging. Someone's moving an industrial-sized dolly back and forth across the sidewalk, maybe? What was I saying? Oh, yeah. The Harley going by. Just reset my brain. We played in a campaign for almost 2 years. And we had more than one player in that campaign who never once read their character description. And everybody had their character printed out in a convenient 4-page PDF on the table in Tabletop Sim. Like, it's always open. And they never read it. Not in 2 years. The best is one of our players would continually ask the same questions about how his character functions every session. It never sunk in. He was a fun player though. Very much a wild card type. Of course, Tabletop Sim has the potential to end up with players tabbed out, unfortunately. I guess Roll20 suffers from the same thing a little bit. And you could always tell in Tabletop Sim when players were tabbed out because you could still see their cursor moving around. I personally like it because there's enough tools and toys inside the program to keep the ADHD brain entertained. Whether you're loading in like physics props or got a deck of cards or something in there, it works. I don't know what's going on right now. I think I just suck at dry brushing, y'all. those first few went all right, and now I'm having the same problem. I'm like unloading the brush too much and then failing to get it where I want it. Why read if you could be drawing weenies? Well, yeah. Well, you're supposed to read it in the, you know, a few minutes before the session or after the session. The weenie drawing time is live. Done for the camera. Back when we played IRL, Dan was known for always asking, is it higher or lower? Yes. High or low has been a running theme in some of our adventuring lately. It's just another Nathanism. That's why you need a set of those $50 Artist Opus makeup brushes? No. Absolutely not. I'll buy a set of makeup brushes from the Dollar Tree next time I'm there for, well, nothing's $1 at the Dollar Tree anymore. It's what, $1.49? Okay. Just about got these fellers done. Where are we sitting at? 38 minutes in, not too bad. I'm gonna try to finish these boys inside of 5 hours today. I think we can do it. We're kind of on the edge. Edge it. Okay. There we go. Those are re-dry brushed. I think what we want to do is dig in with some Agrex Earthshade. $1.25, yes. Think those Artist Opus brushes instantly make you a master? I disagree. I think they actually take skill away because they convince you you're better at it, which we are. Alright, so we're gonna dig out some Agrex Earthshade. I haven't been to a Dollar Tree in a hot minute, actually. Phantom Harlock. The nearest one to me is on the other side of the bay, over in, maybe it's in Concord. I usually visit that one when I'm seeing a buddy of mine. Alright, so we're going to make some thin Agrex Earthshade. Real thin. And before we get dug into this brush has some other color in it, so I want to also give it the acetone treatment. Just like every other brush, it's dirty as hell. Alright, we begin.
Yeah. Would you do a workout?
I do.
Give me 10.
Okay.
You got it, Mr. Nathan. There he is. We've been talking about you.
Bye, everyone.
We've been talking about you a lot today. All bad things, of course. Alright, let me drop and give you 10.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Woo-woo.
It's that woo-woo. You know what I'm saying?
Some neighbors are saying way too loud.
That's only in the morning. You're supposed to be up cooking breakfast or somebody, and so that's like an alarm clock. Woo-woo! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We begin. We begin in earnest. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nathan, for your care about my physical well-being. Pittsburgh is dollar store central. I have at least 3 Dollar Trees specifically within 10 miles. It's a Dollar General right across the street. Oh, that's awesome. I actually kind of love a Dollar General, to be honest. We don't get them out here. There's a whole bunch of them back east. I'm originally from Tennessee, and the area I'm from has a ton of them. If you're a Dollar General guy, do you know about the Clover Valley fudge covered cookies? Peanut butter fudge cookies. Here, I'll pull them up. I'll pull them up for everyone else who don't know. If you got a Dollar General around you, peanut butter fudge, Clover Valley. There you go. Fucking $9 for them on Amazon. These right here, do yourself a favor and pick you up a box next time you find yourself in a Dollar General. Very good, high quality. The fake Keebler ones. Oh, are you talking about the like? Don't like anything involving peanut butter? What? How? Holy shit. Is peanuts just a... Is the love of peanut butter just a US thing? It hurts my brain to know you don't like peanut butter, Mr. Mental. I think this is not quite thin enough. We're going to put another 2 drops of water in it. It's creating a pretty gnarly tide mark that I want to avoid. All right, let's see if we can't. Just want to deepen a little bit of these feathers and Dixit the smell of that stuff. No. Thin mints too, better than Girl Scout cookies. I didn't know they did thin mints. Nice or mean instead of good or evil. Oh yeah. I vaguely recall the discussion of nice as an alignment. Could you add nice and mean to the alignment chart and make it a 3-axis, like a 3-dimensional chart? Like you could be true neutral is neutral, 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 right? But then you could be like chaotic evil but nice, or like lawful good and mean. I like this idea. Same style size box as the one you... Okay, yes. I feel like I maybe have seen those before. It's been a while, though. I only hit up the Dollar General when I'm visiting folks back east, and it's been a while. It's been a long while since I took a trip to the old rear end lands. It's a bit of a trek for me, since I live in San Francisco. It's only, 2,800 miles. Europe is famous for having bad peanut butter. What? They forget to put in all the stuff that's bad for you but tastes good. Ah, yes. I forgot. Europe has an aversion to all the corn syrup additives. How is my bread supposed to taste like bread without copious amounts of liquid sugar in it? Alright, so we're going for like a little bit of an artificial shadow here. Almost like a stylized dark line on our wings here. But we want to deepen that shadow where it contacts the red. And I think what we'll do is we should be able to flip these over now and do the same thing. That should be dry enough to do it. Yeah, looks like it. So we'll blast through these. And these guys are just about ready to be attached to our mechs. Not really sure how we're going to go about it yet. I think I may need to drill some holes in the mechs. But I kind of want to get them on the bases first before we do all that. So that's what we're aiming for. And after this, we're gonna dry brush up the lava on the surface of the bases, and then start prepping those for gluing. It's still in frame decently. Okay. Trained professional indeed.
Oh, jeez.
Psycho would make it a 4-dimensional graft. I mean, you could make 4 dimensions, and then you just like, you can't visualize it, but you can have 4 axes. What would the 4th axis of alignment be? So you've got, it's good and evil. Lawful and chaotic. Nice and mean. What's the last one? What's the last axis? Trustworthiness? I don't know. Yeah, Psycho. Psycho is a good... Stability? Sanity. Sane or insane. Imagine like a character who's like a great build in every other way except for sanity. And you just like get this like 1,000-yard stare and this like crazy look in your eye when you're talking about like helping the people. It's like, oh no, Rage Fist. You got that look in your eye again. You're like, what? No. That's insane. You're insane. Sanity would be great, yeah. Horny and chaste. I mean, we can't use that slider, Phantom Harlock, because everyone is extremely horny in Country Fried Minis territory. You just can't help it. It must be all the penises. Just reminds you of doing fun things with penises. Okay, so what do we have now? We need to do black. So let's go with some black. I have some somewhere. There we go. Vallejo black. Sanity is more a percentage scale than a direction. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. What could the fourth direction be then? Alright, let's prep. Let's prep this before we dig in too far. I do have a makeup brush, but it's very large. Left pants, right pants hanging. I think that only applies to our male party members. Ooh, that's gnarly. Yikes, that's really gnarly. I need way more acetone. Important character detail. The most important. You know who wouldn't have to worry about that iron elemental is Micro Goblin Lloyd. See, he's got a micro. So it doesn't lean either direction. Alright, this brush is not in a great state. Let's see if we can't get it usable before we tuck in. See if we can't get it usable. I think that's alright. I'm not seeing any gray come off it. Nice puffy tip here. Too small for the jiggle physics. Oh, it jiggles. That's all it can do is jiggle. Oh my god, Nathan, what?
Nathan
This is
donated a
supposed to mean-
$2 super chat. Eating in a porta potty should be illegal.
Thank you for the generous donation. Eating in a porta potty should be illegal. I feel like there's a story behind this. Either you or someone close to you has been eating in a porta john. Did you eat your sandwich in a porta john? Did you have your lunch in the shitter? Alright, so we're going to get back out our texture palette here. I'm going to get a fair amount of black worked into the bristles. I'm going to remove it right here mostly. I think that's about right. We're going to start hitting up these bases. Just going to get the motion going before we hit them. And then start really going to town. Kind of in a circular pattern here. And I really want to get this get them good and coated. I think these bristles are digging into them a little too much. I may have to manually pick these out. Is it getting into the crevices? I can't tell. I maybe have to hand paint all these little cracks. This is bad. Yeah, this kind of isn't working. Nope, it's not working at all. All right, this project just bloated by another couple hours. Yeah. At Iron Elemental, I posted the recap episode from last sessions where I'd start if I was trying to get the basic idea of our campaign. I'm kind of into the confusion myself. Sure, and it's Sure is, and it's disgusting. I barely pee on one, let alone eat in there. If you go to town in a circular pattern, you're praising Dale. Praise Hale, praise Dale. In a military training exercise, we were there for a week. I want to use those things for as long as possible. Okay. Nice. Thank you, Phantom Harlock. Always feel free to utilize the self-promotion. I love self-promotion. Big fan. Unironically. Alright. That tasted like acetone. Then I couldn't hold it anymore, so I had to use the shitter exactly when I dropped the brick. The base camp was being attacked. Alright. I think I've used up this black. Alright, we're actually going to apply this paint full strength here. I want as much control as possible, but unfortunately we have to apply this manually. This sucks. Unfortunately, the texture of these bases has made it so... Shouldn't say the texture. The topography of the textured area has enough recesses where dry brushing it on is not going to work. So we're going to have to manually do this. And it's going to take 1,000,000 hours. This project sucks. I've made some poor choices. But we'll get it going. I'm opting to use full strength paint here to add a little extra texture to the bases. Like, I'm okay with the paint building up a little thick here. We'll be able to go back to dry brushing once we finish the black. Got too much red peeking through. All right, this already sucks. I need to thin it. This music has Genova Boss theme. Yeah, it kind of did, didn't it? Genova was Sephiroth's mother. Was she literally his mother, or was there like genetic engineering going on? Way to respond appropriately. So my response will stay in there to the nonsense of, oh yes. Didn't think it would be very helpful to run out of a potty gun blazing in random directions. Genetic engineering, yeah. That's what I thought. All right. Welcome to the Tiny Details stream, where we take 3 hours to do what I thought would take all of 30 seconds. Now these are the bases, so I'm just gonna go kind of rough here. I am absolutely appalled that the topography is preventing a good dry brush, at least for the black layer. We can go back to dry brushing for the grays later, and that's gonna work fine. It's just there's too much. It's not a flat surface. There's a lot of like dips and divots that the dry brushing is not going to catch. And it also appears that going really heavy ham-fisted with the black is potentially driving some of the dark color into the cracks, which we want to avoid. So manually is the way here. It's fine. We're gonna tuck in for a work day, y'all. Isn't it spongeable then? No, I don't think so. Shinra's pretty dicey with their breeding program. Just because you're an engineer doesn't mean you can't have a mom figure. Wait, no, Sibco's, like, they specifically don't have concepts of family. That helps them to logic the rampant incest. Hey, I read the Jade Falcon trilogy. I know. They was touching each other. As Focht once told Felon Kill, incest is just a social contract. Re-explain what you're doing. I am painting in the little crevices here, or the black lava bits on top.
You can work out. I do. Give me 10. Okay.
Dabby screw hard work. No. This won't take all that much longer.
Bye, everyone.
All right, I gotta drop and give you 10. Give me a second. And doing push-ups. Yes, push-ups. Push-ups plus exercise, or plus hobby. Hey, it works. It works. Give you 10. I'll drop and give you 10. I sure will. I sure will indeed. Drop and give you 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, it's win-win for me. You guys cash in your points, and I get iron triceps. We're going to blast through this. We only have 6 bases. Once we get the black base coat down, we can move on to dry brushing again in 2 layers of gray, and they'll look awesome. There's jets going overhead. I wonder if it's Fleet Week. He's painting stuff. I am painting stuff. Here, should I zoom the camera in some? Would that help? You go like that. Bam. Honestly, I don't think this is going to take all that much longer than dry brushing anyways. And if anything, doing projects like this allows us to build up accuracy with our brush technique, which leads to rapid application, the ability to lay down coats swiftly and accurately. I'm assuming that's how all those speed painting fellers on the YouTubes get where they can blast through models in 30 minutes. I can't do it. Just take too long between any steps. But yeah, we're gonna paint these little hardened bits of lava. Magma? Which is which? Lava's on the surface, magma is beneath the surface? My titties are only now recovering from the last stream. That's funny. I feel it more in my triceps. But y'all know I have noodle arms. But hey, you know, once again, that TTRPG Tuesday ad is correct. Watching Country 5 Minis will make you big. Except it's not true for TTRPG Tuesday because Redeem Exercise is banned for the two events. They're too much. There's too much going on to drop and give 10. We'd lose the plot pretty quickly. Alright. Almost done with this one. Let me move on to the next. Excellent. Boom. There we go. And then this will get hit with a nice gray dry brush over top and it's going to look awesome. It's going to be worth the trouble here. Magma's a lava that hasn't been spewed out yet. Yes, magma's underground. Yes. Yes. I like that you all were like, yes, this is correct, Cameron. Make sure you look up at chat. All right, here we go. Another fun base. This is worth it. They're gonna look really cool. I'm gonna get them on the bases and I'm gonna do a little bit of a mild dry brush of OSL on them. They are approaching completion. Don't stop, I'm almost there. Keep doing what you're doing, you know? All right. You know, I think it's funny that sometimes your painting process does involve repetitive monotonous stuff like dry brushing 12 wings or painting the little patches of black on 6 bases. And I find when doing stuff like this, you can kind of mentally remove yourself from the process and just dig in and do it. And eventually you'll find that you've hit the end of that process and no longer need to worry about it, give it any thought. You'll be done before you know it. You can move on to the next step. Or at least it's what I tell myself when painting Space Marines. Just 60 more kneecaps. Only 120 shoulder pads to go. I'm sure there was a better way to do this. In hindsight, I probably could have done like I could have painted these black and then done like an enamel wash of white, followed by the other colors. But I think what's stopping me there is having a product for it. Seems kind of specialized too. A white enamel wash. RFD Hobby says, hey everyone, how's it going there, bud? Doing pretty good. Doing pretty damn good, actually. Just got a submission yesterday for the Paint in a Bag Olympics from Australia. By the way, I thought about reaching out to you for some voiceover work. But you'll just have to see it in the next video. There was a little bit of talk about doing really bad Australian accents to do the voiceover work, because we needed a bunch of nah, yeah, and yeah, nah, and bugger. As well as, what was the other one? Oh yeah, cunt. Lots of bleeps in that one. No bleeps here live. I can't do that live. But yeah. It was pretty fun. Had some nice clips sent over from a subscriber. Really excited for it. If you need a voice coach, let me know. I have mentioned you a couple times that I need to like really work on the bad Australian accent imitation for when you come by. Lord knows we rip on Mr. Iron Elemental enough. About Space Marines, I randomly picked up an old project to build a defiler for my Chaos Marines today. I hate the original model, so I'm kit bashing a mechanical demonic lobster instead, because lobsters look damn creepy. Yes. You still want me to do something? Yes, I actually have something in mind for you, Mr. Phantom Harlock. Well, as discussed, I think if you want to do that voiceover segment, there's a couple portions of it. I need you to get a live, unfiltered reaction to it. Just make sure your oops layer is lacquer based. Yes. Okay. Wat is er een die Han met mij? Geen idee waar je het over hebt. Wat is er aan hand dit met mij? Geen idee waar je het over hebt. Hebt. I don't know if I should read the things that you say in Dutch or even attempt it. You might have me saying things I shouldn't be saying. What the fuck was that? That was a bad attempt at Dutch. All I need to know in Dutch is Hondenlol and Hondenkant. That's it. It's the only words you need. Someone asks you, "Oh, how's the weather today?" You say, "Oh, Hondenlol." Yes, it is funny. Oh, okay. My Netherese is terrible. Netherese. Oh my god. What is going on with me? I have no clue what you're on about. What are you talking about? What is going on with you?
But you do work out.
Oh, here it is.
Okay.
Drop and give me 10. That man's making Vanna White do push-ups. What's going on with me? I have no clue what you're on about. Oh, it's the translation. I see. All right, I'll drop and give you 10, Slink. Go. Get fired. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push-ups for you. Push-ups for you, Slink. Thank you for caring about my physical fitness.
When you want to woo woo, it's that woo woo. You know what I'm saying?
You said you were ripping on me?
That's only in the morning.
Did I say that?
You're supposed to be up cooking breakfast
only
for
in the
somebody,
morning.
and so that's like an alarm clock. Woo woo.
Woo woo. I can't believe the party immediately stabbed that guy in the head.
When you want to woo woo, it's that woo woo. You know what I'm saying?
Some neighbors are saying way too loud.
That's
Way
only
too
in the
loud.
morning. You're supposed to be up cooking breakfast for somebody, and so that's like an alarm clock. Woo woo.
It's like an alarm clock. It is like an alarm clock. All right, so we're just about through this one, and we can move on to 3 more bases after this. And the best part is none of it will be as labor intensive as this portion right here. So once we get through this, we can hit them with the dry brush. We'll use a little bit of that German gray, I think. Yeah, I think that's the way. I don't know. There's a part of me wants to try and use like a warm kind of tone to build up the highlights on these. I'm almost thinking that we want to get like more of a tan color to mix into the black to make a really dark gray that's kind of got beige undertones. Because if we use standard grays, it's kind of a bluish color, which will be cold. And a cold highlight, I don't know. Will a cold highlight next to a hot colored orange detract from the warmth of the bright colors, or will it enhance it? I actually don't know. Really don't know. Like a pale sand or ice yellow, yeah. German gray is a good color. It's blue. It's a cold color. It's a cold color, and I'm using it to highlight a literally warm surface. Dude, it's got to be feet week. I'm just hearing like multiple passovers of jet engines. Bet it's the damn old Blue Angels out here doing their aerial acrobatics. All right, almost done with this one. Almost done. There we go. Well, let's get this thing filled in on the edge here. Yeah, that looks awesome. It looks so cool. Enhance the contrast. I think blue and orange are kind of opposite on that funky rainbow wheel anyways. Yeah, I think you're right. Well, like, if I was painting it realistically, like doing a painting of it, I'd be using warm tones to create the lighting on it. I've never done this kind of application where I'm going to highlight up black, which is generally a pretty cold color. Some would say the coldest tone. And go about using cold colors on a surface that's literally hot. Maybe purple. Maybe a little bit of purple in the black is the way to go. I think that might be how we can handle this. Because the purple is still like leaning into those grayish tones. With that like blue aspect to it, but it's also got a touch of red in it, and it's kind of evocative of obsidian. Anyways, I guess in a flat painting you mix the red and yellow into the black to paint the glow. Yeah, exactly. Don't fall prey to RGB. I already have. You should see my computer area. My computer has RGB lights. My mouse pad has RGB lights. And my keyboard has RGB lights. Technically my mouse does too, but I only use it in the blue setting because it's tied to your DPI. Beep bom. Beep bom. All right, we're making this work. We need this. Oh, jeez. I'm quite pleased that the "aw geez" comes up randomly. There was much discussion about working that scene in and having it come up randomly. There's no way to tell it automatically to be random, but just having them both come up. 50% chance to see it into... Oh, yeah, that's funny. Contrasted with cold blue and green grays too. Okay, yeah. I need studio light so I don't always look weird and crazy. Yeah, that's... No, just you lean into the weird and crazy, but that doesn't mean you can't make it look beautiful at the same time.
Oh, jeez.
I'm telling you, it's a crapshoot to get the one you're after there. When I was testing it at first, I got 8 Technors in a row. Flip a coin, you know, high-low. Studio lights might be a good idea. I like these soft boxes. You can get a pair of them for really cheap on Amazon. These are in really kind of shit shape. I've had them so long now, but these things go a long way if you need to do any kind of shooting. And technically they break down. I leave mine set up because I'm over here a lot, but they do break down and fold away. Oh, jeez. You kind of half-ass see the... I've looked at those or something like it. Yeah, they're worth it, I think. If you're doing any kind of talking head recordings or even like painting up minis. In fact, speaking of painting minis, you ever painted up a D&D party, Phantom? Something I've been thinking of doing for the future TTRPG streams to tie it back into the mini content would be to paint a selection of minis and then import them into Tabletop Sim using photogrammetry. I think it'd be really fun. I always wanted to play D&D with models, but never got the full experience. I've had a few campaigns where we had miniatures, but we just used them as like the equivalent of tokens on a grid map. That wasn't like... didn't have the full experience, you know, the Wylock's Armory treatment. All right. Hey, this is coming along quicker than I thought it would. We are making progress. Probably Grenadier actual lead, but not decals. Oh, hell yeah. I like the old lead stuff. I prefer it any chance I can get. I recently picked up some Grenadier's Julie Guthrie models. Or Julie Guthrie's Fantasy Personalities models by Grenadier. Let's see, we got Female Barbarian. We have Female Archer. And we have Succubus. They'll get painted up at some point on stream. Kind of want to do this Female Barbarian as a 10-minute mini model. And they're that weird, like, old school AD&D scale. What are they? They're like 20 millimeter or something. They're not the same as modern models. Yeah, mostly played Theater of the Mind back in the day. Only painted guys to sit in front of you at the table. Yeah. Every time I paint up the party, they get mad about the fumes. Ah, yes. Well, you gotta use acrylics when the complainers are around. Only true connoisseurs appreciate the solvent-based paint. if you were gonna paint me, I'd go for testers, specifically in the little bottles, and with a tiny brush to really prolong the experience. You know, more intimacy that way. Get acquainted with every nook and cranny, every fold and roll. Yes. This is the way. If you coated your entire you coated your entire body in Tester's enamel paint, would you go into some kind of like toxic shock? Is that a thing that would happen? Would you die? Weekly, I try to paint the party in blood, yes. I do like trying to kill the party. It is a little hard to do when they can all just buy an extra life for $2.
I am the cream, yeah. The cream of the crop. And there is no one that does it better.
You get a lot of mileage out of a bottle of enamel. Yeah, but could you paint a 6'3" fat man entirely with a bottle of enamel? I don't think you could. I think you'd need a couple bottles. All right. This is coming along, I say to myself, to not lose my mind working on this. I do like that putting the hard black coat down makes even the red, the like kind of dulled down red in the cracks pop out too. All right. Looking very cool. Little by little, fill in these rocks. Oh yes, it's Nathan's song. Wait, no. It's not. This is a Champions Day. This isn't 1-2 feet. I realized through our game that the Super Chat allows you to be absolutely ruthless. What do you mean by that? Like me as the DM be ruthless? Good thing Mothership is unbalanced and promotes player death. I am really interested to see how the game dynamic changes with you at the helm, actually, Nathan. Instead of pulling some shit
with a super chat, as the dungeon master, you can just say it. That leads me to the next point, though. If anybody out there likes tabletop gaming and want to check out a new sci-fi based game, come on by Tabletop Tuesday in 2 weeks' time and bring your $2 and fuck up Nathan's experience. I'm actually really excited to see how the TTRPG Tuesday format goes with someone else at the helm. I want to see how other folks are able to navigate the shenanigans that come from $2. What is it? You get 50 characters worth of text for $2. It's a lot. You can get a lot done with 50 characters. I'm just gonna use it to say hot dog orangutan like this. Here, how do we do this? I hit this button and that one, and then we go to we go bink bonk bink bink bonk bonk bink 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 bink. Where's my damn orangutan? I don't see no fucking orangutans. There you go. This is for you, chat. How do I switch back to keyboard? There we go. Yes, TTS lady, what do you do with that? I bet it's gonna make me log in again. It sure is. You absolute asshole of a phone. See if that works. It's so thick.
Country Fried Minis donated a $2 super chat. Pizza, 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 chicken leg, broccoli, 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 hot dog, snail, bug, ant, spouting whale, blowfish, butterfly, scorpion, gorilla, chipmunk, unicorn.
Scorpion gorilla.
Nathan donated a $2 super chat. Dwarf penis is double damage.
Dwarf penis is double damage. What the? Who's dealing damage with their penis? I don't like this world you've crafted. Slink says, so MechWarrior 5 Clans is going to be $50 from October 17th to 24th. You get the invasion camo pattern free. After that's $10. Ooh. Yucky. Paid cosmetics. That's a interesting choice on their end. They're already double dipping. Not even out yet, they're double dipping. Are you going to be around after the stream? I got to go get to Justin, pick up stew ingredients, but want to chat if you're up. Yeah, I'll be around. Absolutely. Feel free to hit me up anytime, mister. I am a message away, and there's a decent chance that I'll drop what I'm doing to have a convo. Dwarves are, yes. Dwarves are dealing damage with their penis. I don't think I'm okay with this. Do dwarves get an extra attack in combat using their wieners? Can I make like how much damage would a dong deal? It's like D2 -1. So a dwarf deals 2d2 -1? Or is it 2d2 -2? I think there still needs to be a possibility that the penis does 0 damage. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to use it in, you know, other ways besides combat. Sweet, I'll see everyone. I hit you up on Discord if you would. Thanks for stopping by, Mr. Phantom Harlock. Deluxe is $80. Comes with platinum camo, soundtrack, art book, TRO, and a Hero Timberwolf. Oof. Yuck. 80 bucks? No. I think, unfortunately, I'm going to wait until it's on CD keys and get it for $10. Though it's funny that as quick as I am to complain about the $50 video games, I recall console games being 50 bucks when I was a kid. I seem to remember GoldenEye being like $60, $70 on the 64. Dwarves use their penis for combat specifically, yes. Outside combat, use it for non-lethal. Ah, yes, deal non-lethal damage. I forgot you could do that. Subdual only? I don't know. I mean, logically, yes. But I kind of like this idea of a world where the penis deals lethal damage. Think of how differently people would behave knowing they got that thing on them, you know? Alright, we're making progress. We're making progress. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Sometimes you just gotta paint up like 30 dozen sections of rock on your bases. It's just the way it goes. There we go. It does look really cool. It does look really, really cool. I could see like a Khornate army mounted on these things. And then, I mean, the difference between the one that got the heavy dry brushing and kind of marred up the detail versus the one that's hand painted, right? Like, It's the way. Green Strike. Ah, yes. PS Greatest Hits was a boon to us poors. Oh yeah, you remember the what was it, the Pizza Hut demo discs as well? Those were free. Well, you got them with pizza. Some games cost more too. I think Chrono Trigger was 60 or 70 instead of the normal 50 or whatever for SNES. It is funny to think about, like, we rail against the $50 game these days, and that's normal. It's actually cheaper than games used to be. I think what all games I had on Greatest Hits. I know I had a few. Did they ever do a Final Fantasy VII in the Greatest Hits box? What was the deal? It had like the green border on one side. Damn, I really miss those simpler days. Hanging out with my folks down in the den. Passing the controller around, playing Gran Turismo. A little bit of Tekken 2. I remember being hella hype when Tekken 3 came out. Shit was awesome. Yeah, it's one of the first ones. Okay. Thinking back, I can't recall if I ever owned Final Fantasy VII or if I just borrowed it from a friend. Played through the whole thing. I basically did everything except for breed chocobos to get... What was it you got? You had to use the chocobo to fly to a little crater island. You had to use the gold chocobo to go get... It's like a summon or something. Knights of the Round? Pretty sure Final Fantasy 1 through 9 on Greatest Hits. I only ever played 7 and 8. I never finished 8. I tried to go back and play 8 again and got pretty far into it, but then stopped playing long enough to kind of lose the plot and what I was doing. And it was far enough in the game that getting back to there was a slog. And now I'm in the same boat with, let's see, what was that game? Last PS1 game I was playing was Legend of Dragoon. And I got a decent way into it and then stopped playing. Long enough to lose the plot and the interest. What sucks about those JRPGs is like you kind of gotta... You just gotta play them. You gotta keep playing. You gotta keep going through it, or you lose what's going on. Legend of the Goon, yeah. I'm gonna do a face plant on my pillow. See y'all later. Thanks for stopping by, Mr. Iron Elemental. Oh, it's heckin' late for you. We're gonna be stuck here getting a little more painting done. I want to at least get these things on the bases and their wings attached before ending things today. I'd like to get these models done and move on to something else here in the painting corner. I started to say just now that I'll paint stream tomorrow, but I can't because my building is doing another fire alarm test. They just did one not 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to be dealing with fire alarms on and off all day long. So new paint stream probably, I don't know, Sunday? We'll switch to something fun. Some different mechs, perhaps, maybe some vehicles. I do need to figure out how to get some vehicles done up for the Crater Cobras in such a way that they look like Crater Cobras, but they also look, you know, distinct from the mechs. I'll watch the VOD tomorrow. Have you a good day. Yes, indeed. Legend of Dragoon was a solid game. I like the active elements in a turn-based game. I agree. You gotta evacuate when you do a test. Technically they're doing fire drills, but fuck them. I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. I'm a grown-ass adult living in in my own apartment, you know. I'm not a fucking child in an elementary school lining up to do a fire drill. Besides, when the real when the real purifying flames come, I'll let them consume me. That's not true at all. Actually, in the grand scheme of things, being in a burning building seems like a really shitty way to go. Smoke inhalation does not seem fun. All right. This is the last one of these, and then we can move on to dry brushing them gray. And I think I'll go with Mr. Iron Elemental's recommendation. We'll go with that German gray, cool color as contrast, based on the Diablo art using cool colors. And then we can think about getting these mechs glued down to the bases. Where are we sitting at? About 2 hours in, not too bad. What actually is lacking on these models now? I think a little bit of highlighting for the camo. We wanted some weathering. I want to put some decals on them.
Would you do a workout?
I would very much like to do the first Hussars symbol on them. All right, you got it, Slink. She can go on forever. I'll drop and give you 10. Thank you for your concern about my physical well-being. I know I say that every time, but it is absolutely genuine. I think there's something to the whole idea that, like, the redeem exercise makes me feel like I have to do it instead of, like, in a situation where I want to do it and I'm trying to self-motivate. I don't know, it seems to help. Then again, today's stream, despite the insomnia, and despite the fact that I made my own schedule, felt like I had to do it, Mama. Can we get you a set of adjustable dumbbells? Why, so I can pump on screen? I have some resistance bands. I do curl-esque exercises with those. Could also do the what's the one called where you push it up over your head? Tricep press. I can do those as well. Maybe a kettlebell, but you got injured by body squats. Yeah, I did get injured. I think I just I need to stretch. I pulled something in my leg doing those. And no, I did not stretch before the stream today. I am all healed up, by the way. It didn't put me out of commission, but it did cause some swelling. I had a bunch of fluid retention in my foot for like 2 days afterwards. I mean, give me a break. Give me a break, Mr. Nathan. I'm a fat, sedentary man. Look, when I'm not sitting here painting, I'm over there editing. You would. You absolutely would. You absolutely would. All right.
Nathan donated a $10 super chat, 25 squats, 25 jumping jacks.
All right, fine. Fine. I'm gonna take off the headset this time so I'm not breathing into the mic the whole time. I should have stretched today. I should have stretched. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25. You get the jumping jacks in a moment. I'm going to avoid being completely winded. Thank you, Mr. Nathan, for caring about both my wallet and my physical fitness. Let's just breathe real heavy into the mic. Remind me and I'll send you a couple good stretch along videos I found are usable and not weird. Gym bro flexes. All right. I will forget. Jumping jacks are coming. I just don't want to be completely winded for the next however long it takes. Telling you, man, it's rough. It's rough being a fat nerd. I think we'll finish this base, and then I'll pop up and give you your jumping jacks. Felt it too doing those squats. My my knee is not super happy. Kind of want to invest in one of them's Stone Cold Steve Austin style knee braces. My bike wreck several years back did a number on that knee. It's definitely contributed to the amount of sedentary days in my existence. What, I was looking at like an hour of solid biking every day. It was awesome. And then I crashed my bicycle at well over 20 miles an hour. It was awesome. All right. Almost there. And then I'll give you your requisite cardio. There's twofold purpose in the delay here. One is to not be super winded, and the other is I'm in a flow state and want to get this done. Plus, I think by the time I do 25 jumping yaks, all these bases will be ready for a dry brush. Can't trust his own reflection. Who is this? ELFL. What kind of reflection is he saying? I can't hear the damn lyrics. All right, almost there. Almost there. All right, Mr. Nathan, let's do this. All right. $25, you say? Doing here a little here off the side. This isn't quite in the way. All right. There you go, my guy. Thank you for the generous donation as well as the concern for my physical fitness. As I've been doing this more and more, I am genuinely enjoying incorporating a little bit of physical exertion into the hobby session, and recommend out there to y'all to give it a go. Do you a base coat and drop and give 10, do some curls at the desk, whatever. It goes a long way to goes a long way towards breaking the monotony of the work. Also, yes, stretching before would be a good idea. I think that's a another layer of my reasoning for delaying between steps. All right, so I think what I want to do here is we're going to go for the German gray. Let's put out a big puddle of that. I'm going to be dry brushing, so I need quite a bit. And then I want a little bit of purple in it. I'm going to go with my gut instinct here. Let's see, I have this azure. Is it the only purple I have? I thought I ended up getting another purple in that like basic set. Am I mistaken? I guess so. Oh well, we'll use this one. We'll use this. We'll use a little bit of azure in there. I mean, that's blue, it's not purple. I thought I got a purple. I could have swore I had a purple. Well, that's disappointing. We can use a bit of... We'll use a little bit of Gene Stealer purple in there. Just a tiny, tiny bit. And we'll compensate with black as well. I don't need much, just a tiny little bit in there. It's like purple blue. It is kind of purple blue, isn't it? But I think it's too blue. My choice behind the purple is that I want a little bit of the red tones in this. so let's mix that in there. And we're gonna take a little bit of black in there as well. Make a nice intermediary tone. I just want a hint of warmth in this color. And yeah, it's immediately, it feels pretty good. Immediately feels pretty good. And then this way we can just use the German gray with like a drop of purple in it. I can't trust my own pure reflection, and I'm blinded by your reflection. Oh, I see. Thank you, another Nate. I couldn't make out that word before reflection. I don't know about a pure reflection though. Like, I'm more in the camp of impure reflections, like a distorted one, like a funhouse mirror. Alright, so we're going to take our new color. I'm going to offload the brush. And we're just going to blast across these. Just enough so I can see that the surface is kind of mildly wet. Mildly wet with paint. Bam, 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 bam. There we go. Now we'll take our German gray. We're going to work a little bit more in there. We'll take one drop of our nice purpley color. And we'll work it in there. Just want a hint of it. It's almost perceptible, but not quite. I just want a little bit of warmth in the color. Just a bit. Alright, so same deal. I'm going to really work this into our bristles. We're going to blast over all of these. A little dusting. Just a little dusting over top. You know, I'm sitting here thinking, at your recommendation, Nate, about priming this thing, and wondering if I should have that, like, be the last step I do during a paint session, is prime this palette again. Alright, so we're starting to get a nice, rocky, kind of volcanic color to this stuff. I think our next tone now is going to be basically straight German gray, but we're going to put about that much purple into it. Just a much lighter tone. Just want that little hint of warmth, that little touch of something there. And I think that's all we need, honestly. I don't want these overdone. because you know it's the base too, and if you overdo the amount of effort you put into the base, they start to overshadow the mix. So I don't know if that's bright enough, to be honest. I don't think it is bright enough. Let's put in a drop of sea gray too. Where's it at? Yeah, we're just putting a little bit of sea gray. Just a bit. I don't want it to overwhelm our color, but I need this lighter. I need this one to be like a palpable step up towards the next tone. Shit, I wonder if I should just hit it with the purple. Just straight up. Brush is still a little too loaded. So let's do that. I'll give it one of these. Damn, that's a string of gambling there. Like, all right, let's hit these with a very light tickling of this tone. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. These are looking great. Okay, I'm really happy with the decision to hand paint the black. It the way. I mean, come on now. Those look fucking fire. Very, very subtle, very gray, of course. What are they going to look like with a mech on them? I'm still not 100% convinced I don't need a purple coat over top, so we're just going to do it. Balls to the wall. Let's get it done. Let's get our Gene Stealer purple. We're going to grab a big dollop of it. Set it on our palette. And see, this brush is still pretty loaded with the gray. So when we work in when we pick up our purple and work it in to the bristles, it's going to mix anyways. And we get this like purpley gray tone. Yeah, look at that beautiful color. Unload most of it there. A little bit more here. Let's examine on our skin. So you should see just a little bit coming off onto the fingerprints. That's how you know you've got enough. And we're gonna very lightly give these a little bit of purpling. Just a little bit. The tiniest bit there. Okay, excellent. I'm pleased with that. Let's get out a lecherous guest palette and glue these fuckers together. Who do we get today? Those just look like the tarmac in New Jersey. Perfect. Let's go with... Do I have something lava themed? Let's get a real let's get a real offensive one. No, we're not gonna go super offensive. Some of them are bad. Some of them I would not show on camera, even though I have. But today is A bunny costume lady. I-95 near the chemical wasteland? No. Let's get some glue out. And a toothpick. Where's my accelerator? Here we go. All right, so let's think about who's getting first placement. Let's go with this Stormbringer. This mech does not have much for connection points. We maybe need to pin this model. We'll deal with that one later. How about our can't remember what this guy's called. Naginata? No, it's called something else. Alright, yeah. Give this guy a proper basing treatment. I'm trying to find the sweet spot between like a healthy amount on the feet to create a very strong bond versus too much where it globs. All right, so let's get this guy lined up like so, and then we'll take our accelerant and give it a nice little dippy do. There we go. All right, that's one. That's one ready to go on base. Still gonna need to work out where his wings go, but we'll deal with that in a bit. All right, how about Axeman? Axeman kind of oversteps the base quite a bit. I think this is what we want right here. It's going to be the inside back of each foot. So let's give it a nice healthy dollop on both ends. And then he's going to go kind of like that. And hold it together. Nightbot reminding folks that chatters can spend their biscuit coins over at the CFM loyalty store at the link provided in the chat. I believe there's also one in description. If you don't know all the exclamation point redeems, you can click them really easily over there. Such as what? Redeem snack time. Which I'm typing because I need a coffee. I'm gonna grab a refill on my coffee. Be right back. Found some Cafe Bustelo today. How's it looking over there? We've been in the green this whole time, yeah? Okay, who's next? I think I think we need to do a little bit of excavation work still on our lad here. Had a little bit of holdover from that poster tack on the feet for this filler. Any of the residue that's like underneath it, it's fine. It's never going to be seen, and it'll be locked in place with glue anyways. But we had a little that was on the sides. I think that's got it now. Oh yeah, this model's going to go down beautifully. Alright, let's get some big dollops on them clod stomper feets. Just like that. We'll hold it down. Give it some acceleration. All right. Looking pretty good. Who's next? Need a little more glue out. All right, so this is another I think both of these models are going to require pinning. The Scarabus and the Stormbringer. Yeah, they're both going to need a pin. We're going to set those aside for now. And in the meantime, get our big lad on the base. Yeah. Yes. Alright. Surplus of glue. Just really want this base to be... This guy needs to be rock solid on the base. Get him lined up. And in position. There we go. I like when the porn guitar goes all bendy. Yeah, me too. I agree. It's a fun track, that last one. Hearing the fucking Blue Angels shriek by. Oh yeah. I wonder if that came through the mic at all. Alright. So we got most of them on the base. Now we're going to need to do some pinning. So let's get this and that and this. And we're at 2:31 p.m. So we're making... slow time, but we're making time nonetheless. Alright, so standard size paper clips are 1 millimeter. So we're going to get out the straight end, and we're going to use these wire cutters off my pliers and not my clippers. I don't want to use my hardened steel for this application. We need 2 pins. I think both of those will work. Alright, so let's get out our 1mm drill bit, which has seen better days.
Oh, geez.
It almost looks like it snapped off at a certain point. Let's see if this one's any better. Do I have a 1mm in here? Is this a 1mm or is this bigger than a 1mm? I think this set has weird sizes. Yeah, strange. Let's switch to this one. Hey, this is just like, it looks too big. I don't understand it. It's like it goes from 0.8 to 1.1 or something. I don't know, those could be odd numbers. Welcome, Tech Noir. Alright, so what we want now is to make a mark on our model's foot that'll correspond to where we're gluing it. We can get a little glue on the back foot, but it's basically just right here. That's all that's contacting the base, really, at all. So we're gonna take our little sculpting tool. This is my favorite sculpting tool. It's got the flat, I don't know what you call this, the flat loop on the back, and then like a little dental pick on the front. So we're gonna put I'm gonna put like a pilot hole basically right there, or a mark to start it. I think a pilot hole would be more if we like drilled a smaller hole first. We're going to try to hold this in such a way that we don't break it and get our pin vise going. I need this like enough into the base enough into the foot that our pin is going to have purchase without drilling too far into it. We're about 2mm currently. I think that's about all we're going to get out of this. And I also think what we're going to do, that pin may be too short. Let's get another longer pin. I'm going to cut this pin off at an angle so it has a nice sharp edge. And I think what we're going to do here is I want enough glue on the back of our pin that it'll seat in the hole and stay there. There we go. Damn it. It's stuck to my fucking finger. Stuck to my dang old finger. Alright. Let's just cure it in place with a little accelerant. Alright. Okay, with this in place, now we can take our model and get it nice and lined up and press that kind of sharp edge into the base, which will make a mark. And we do the same deal. We're going to start a little pilot hole thing, a divot, so that our pin vise will get purchased into it. And we're going to drill away. Drill, baby, drill. All right. And this one, we're just going to go until it pops through the bottom. There we go. We have a nice clean little hole there. Clean little hole. And what we'll do is we're going to put a goopy goober of glue right on that hole. Okay. And then we want just a tiny bit on the tip of these toesies, because they're also going to touch the back of the base. All right, so with that, we want to quickly get this guy in place. And it looks like one of the toes doesn't actually touch in the back, so we're quickly going to wick away that super glue. And we'll take a little bit extra glue and find a good angle to help support this section. So just a little extra on the back and maybe a little extra in between the toes. There we go. All right. Give it a little tap. Give that a little tap. And now we have a precarious model that is adequately supported on the base by a pass-through pin that gives it a lot of rigidity, structural soundness. And wouldn't you know it, I missed a freaking support. There we go. Guy's looking all right. But we need to give the same treatment to this lad now, because just this 1 foot is all that touches the base. He's going to be bent into a really awkward angle if we don't. See, that foot floats above the base. So what we want to do, probably pin it from I wonder where we can get away with a pin. Can I get one like in the structural support, like right here? This one's a complicated. There's not a lot of material to work with here. I think we need to put the pin right there. A pilot hole is indeed full depth. The process of using larger size to expand the hole is called chasing. Ah, yes. Another Nate, once again coming through with hardware knowledge. Alright, so this one's a delicate process. I think we could very easily break this model right here. There's not a lot of room. Not a lot of wiggle room here. I think we can push that a little further. We only have a couple millimeters we can go in here though. How much space is that? Still not quite enough. I'm gonna give it a little more. Squeak, 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 squeak. All right. I think that's gonna be good. Yeah, there we go. All right, so let's think about where our lad's gonna go. The issue is he's kind of like well off to one side, and I think we even need to push it further forward. I'm gonna mark this position like this. There we go. All right, we got a nice little mark. And we're gonna do the same deal. We're gonna drill this through till it pops out the bottom of the base. Hashtag machinist technobabble. What's the language that the Adeptus Mechanica speaks in? Oh, fuck. It's not fuck. It's binary can't. I knew that was coming. I got myself good, dude. Alright, so let's dip one end of this pin first into the glue. I want a little bit of glue that's like inside of the hole. And then we're going to scoop up as much of this goopy goodness as we can. Wham up, wham. There we go. This stuff is starting to kind of half set here too. All right, let's push our boy into place. There we go. This one is precarious. Bang, bang. He's a little off center, but I'm not too worried about it. It offsets the axe really nice for gameplay purposes. I think we could maybe get a little extra support back here. I should maybe bury that too, up in between the leg, or in between the toes. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That is solid enough. Very precarious positioning on that model. It's a little side heavy. I think we might want to put a little weight on one end, to be honest. That wasn't what the dude meant when he said drill baby drill. No, but that's what I said meant when I said it. Okay, so what is our next step, y'all? These are looking pretty good. I think we maybe need to clean up the red. We need to clean up the red on the wings, but to maximize our time and minimize our time spent waiting on drying, I think we need to get out our carbon black and rim these bases real quick. In the meantime, I'm thinking about like What are some terrain inclusions we could put on these plain bases? Hey yo, welcome Comstar Knight. We are, in theory, getting a little work done. I think progress has been made. Not much, but a little bit. Alright. So, we've got our black mixed up. We'll use this number 3 round. Use this number 3 round here. Right here. We're going to clean up these bases. We'll go reverse order. And we're just going to rim these bases up. Woo! Triple win there, Slink. Well, I guess that's 3 out of 5. I'm curious too, where are you sitting at? 6 mil? 6.6 million? That's substantial. We're gonna do the first pass around these bases. And I think the idea here is that even though our rims are definitely going to get rubbed on as we're handling these models, over the course of working on them, we're going to build up several layers of acrylic, which will cure and form a nice, really, really durable rim job. We'll probably hit these 4 times total before they're done. In and out. In and out. Beep, beep. Alright. Since it's just the first layer, we're not too worried about it being really clean. We just don't want it to wrap around the top. But we do want it to soak down into these caution stripe markings on the front. You know, now that I'm looking at these two, I'm also tempted to, I'm very tempted to give those caution stripes the lava treatment. I think I'm going to do just that. Which unfortunately undoes what I'm doing right now on the front. But I still want a nice, crisp, solid coat of black on the rim. So it's... maybe I've lost a little efficiency, but it won't be entirely a wasted step. Lava field only basing elements at work would be ash piles and boulders. Yeah, I think you're right. And even then, they need to be like blackened boulders. Burger. I think what I can do is chop up a gray pastel and then put little chunks of that pastel on the base. Yeah, it sucks because my instinct is to always put the little tiny flecks of vegetation down. That makes no sense for a proper lava field. All right, last one, and then we'll blast on some red on our Hussar wings. Okay. Those are looking all right. Back to red. Remarkable how it's like, I'm going to have lunch now. Redeem board gear. I want lunch. I don't have anything for lunch. I have to go to the store for lunch. And you know what? In fact, I think I am going to have lunch. I think what I'm going to do, because it just hit me that we're going to be doing the same thing that we did last stream on these guys. I'm going to re-red these wings. I'm going to save the final details on these guys for Sunday. And try to, instead of just painting what I have, I'm going to work on these the rest of the afternoon and get these ready for a stream that's a little less samey. So we'll dig in on Sunday and finish these guys up and get them done. That way next Wednesday we'll be working on something else. Something fun. Something else Battletech related probably. Yeah, I want to get some lunch, and I think 3 hours is a good spot to end this. Today's been fraught with a little bit of difficulty, but we got through it. I want to thank y'all for stopping through and checking out what's going on. I thought I'd go for another couple hours, but no, I'm gonna get some chow. Is that 3 million? 3 million biscuit coins you just won there? You got it, Slink. You got it, Slink. I'm gonna blast you out 22 before I go.
Bye, everyone. She can go on forever.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. God.
Well, you want to woo woo? It's that woo woo. You know what I'm saying?
Some neighbors are saying way too loud.
That's only in the morning.
Thank
Supposed
you
to be up cooking breakfast or something.
for your care and concern
That's like an alarm
about
clock.
my physical fitness. I'm really enjoying the redeem exercise. We're keeping that on. It gets turned off for Tuesdays. But anyhow, I'm gonna dig in. I'm gonna get some lunch. And then I'm going to pop on over to the Country Fried Discord and continue working on these guys while hanging out. So if any of y'all got hobby stuff going on this evening, feel free to come through and hang out and turn on your webcams or whatever. Show us what you're working on. Yeah. We're gonna call it a day, at least for the stream. So anyhow, thank y'all so much for stopping through. Thank you for the support. I'm gonna try to have the next paint stream be a little more novel, a little more entertaining as far as the painting goes. This is all a bunch of monotony, I'm realizing. So let me blast through that monotony behind the scenes, and I'll have a fun one for the next time. Anyhow, I've been Cameron on behalf of Country Fried Minis. I want y'all to remember to be happy while you're painting. And of course to know that your participation here makes me happy while I'm painting. Thank y'all so, so much. Catch you for the next one. Goodbye.
Morgan.